This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Ducks will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. And that ball is picked off. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Ducks! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick 6 early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This defense got a lot of people's attention last week when they had 3 sacks. And you know the offense was watching film, and they saw all these pass rushers and their abilities. They thought they had a good plan, but it's not working right now. They've already given up a sack here early in the game.
So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on 2nd down from the 15. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
That's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap. Try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Line gets set, first down. Finds his man on the left. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
The give to the left. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Morton. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Morton. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
The Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. On the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
4th down.
Direct snap. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Oregon 14, Michigan 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll try the run. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. At the 35, he's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. They'll go to the ground. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's got it on the right. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
And the Ducks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest and pound that rock.
Got 5 on that last one now. How aggressive will they be on 2nd and inches? Barrels ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that
And they got him for the sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Takes it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. On the ground, it's Barnes. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
And I like
and he can't escape, and down he goes. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Right down the middle. He's got an open man, and he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. He's looking to throw it. Caught behind the line. It's Bell. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Ready up.
6th play of the drive coming up.
Green 25.
They're going to throw it again. He'll try to do it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Ready?
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they stop the fourth down pass. The defense gets off the field.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Okay,
The
ready?
Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
Number 1.
Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Auburn went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Tigers ever do that? It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up second down.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
On the double.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms.
Clear. Clear.
Dialing up a second down pass play. He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half.
Get set. Get set.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Snags it on the right. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Wolverines. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, what a great way to end the first half. It wasn't a perfect first half. A lot of mistakes, still trailing by a lot. But here's the deal. Now you put yourself in a position, go make some things happen. Force some turnovers, play good in the second half. Who knows what will happen?
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
Right down the boulevard. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
34.
I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
To the air, it's Childs. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Oregon! And the pummeling has started.
Oregon.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Looking for a deep man. Holds it in on the left. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Wolverines want to move quickly. Now the quarterback changing the original play call.
Gorilla! Gorilla! Pilot! Pilot!
Looking to move it through the air. They're bringing heat. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Offense lining up quickly.
Brings up 2nd down.
Griffin! Hornet!
Looking to pass on 2nd down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line.
Here we go!
Looking to throw. Got his man quickly. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Wolverines have this offense rolling. Handoff from the gun. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. At the 20, he's got space. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do there.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
He'll try to tack on one more. Splits those uprights right in half. So an 82-yard drive there. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. They're lining up to boot it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense.
Double right.
Here's the handoff. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Dropping back, it's Childs. Fires to the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Uncorks one. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
How about the middle linebacker making a great play? He drops in his zone, eyes on the quarterback. He sees the quarterback throw the football, breaks on it perfectly, steps in front, and takes it all the way to the house.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Colorado steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Boulder a ton of confidence. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. He's got 67 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Gonna run it. It's Barnes. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. After run, now throw. Finds his tight end. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
Quick strike complete. On the move is the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Here's the give off the left side. Tackle is made after a pickup of 6 down to the 19-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The give from the gun. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Oregon 41, Michigan 21.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Michigan. In other sports around the country, Slippery Rock 35, Seton Hill University 14.
This is a money play on 3rd and goal. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
Makes the score 44, Michigan 21.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
Hands on the football.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And that pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And they'll take over.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The offense starts with a short field. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Power football with the run. Breaks the tackle. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and completing the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Off play action. Quickly to the tight end. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch passing can happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Looking to pass. It's Childs. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! And the beatdown has ensued. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Wolverines in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Turning to the running game on first and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Washington found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Huskies football today. Those folks in Seattle won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They want that clock to run. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
On the move, it's Barnes. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
At the 38-yard line. 3rd down coming.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short.
Get set, get set. Timber, take the score. Acorn. Here we go, set.
Wants to throw. It's Childs. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Got some room to run. The 30. He's at the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Michigan.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
Looking for the two-point try. They'll go with a direct snap. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They're trying to crease them off the left tackle. Still running at the 40. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. The hand to the running back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. The Ducks looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. With jet sweep pass. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the field.
And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
This is so a Jesse Palmer. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's going up top here late in the game. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
They'll try the left side. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. The Ducks will hustle to the line. Back to pass, it's Childs. It's complete to the right. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. The DBs will back off a bit. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Offense set on 1st down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Little over anxious, out of the stance early, and it's a false start. Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move him back. Ready? The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Quarterback keeps it. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. Got it. The Ducks have taken it inside the 20. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And the route is on. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
34.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the ball is picked off. Able to stay on his feet and get the ball to the 21-yard line.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
And while they could run victory formation, you also have to think about padding those stats. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. It is good! And now the lead is extended a little further. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.